Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we are going to present on life and contribution Imam Shatibi in Maqasid. My name is Adiba Zahra binti Ismail, 22B0814.
And my name is Nurul Marjana binti Arifin, 22B0817.
This presentation will explain more about the life and contribution of Imam al-Shatibi to the Maqasid. To the life of Imam al-Shatibi. So his full name is Abu Ishaq Ibrahim ibn Musa bin Muhammad al-Laqmi al-Shatibi. He was born before the year 720 AH or 1320 Common Era. He was born into a poor family in Granada, the capital of Nasri Kingdom. He comes from the city of Shatiba, or also known as Satiba. He focuses on Islamic legal thought on Sharia Maqasid. He was given the title of al-Shatibi because he was descended from the Arabs of the Laqmi tribe. He also an Andalusi Sunni Islamic legal scholar following the Maliki madhab from Granada, Spain. Imam al-Shatibi also known for his significant contributions to the field of Maqasid al-Sharia, which refers to the higher objectives and goals of Islamic law. He never traveled out of Granada, either for studying or for Hajj. And lastly, he died on Tuesday, 8th of Sha'ban, 790 Hijrah, or 1388 AD. On to the educational journey of Imam al-Shatibi. So Imam al-Shatibi obtained many advantages as he studied with the great and known scholars of Granada and further gained mastery of the available branches. So he adhered to the Maliki sect or religious group and was a diligent learner at an early age. So he started to study by deepening the Arabic language and later deepened his knowledge about Sharia, Quran, Sunnah, astronomy, logic, debate, and even literature. So he is an expert in Quranic exegesis, tafsir, Hadith, Islamic jurisprudence, which is fiqh, the principle of Islamic jurisprudence, his study of medicine and history. So he also known as a philosopher of Islamic law based on the Maliki school. So Granada's region is a center of scientific activity because of the University of Granada's establishment during the reign of Sultan Muhammad V al-Ghani Billah, which was also the peak of Muslims in Granada. So Shatibi's youth occurred at the time of the eventful era of the Nasrid Kingdom, and Granada became an attraction for scholars from all parts of North Africa. For example, the scholars among his contemporaries or peers are Ibn Khaldun and Ibn al-Khatib, who both had visited Granada and were attached to the Nasrid court. Hence, the city has grown to become an important center of learning. With his teachers and mentors. So some of his teachers are from Granada's native, but some of them are from outside Granada. So some of them are Ibn al-Faqar al-Biri and Abu Ja'far al-Shakuri and Abu Sa'id ibn Lub. So Ibn al-Faqar al-Biri is an imam with unrivaled insight into the Arabic language. He mentioned that al-Shatibi remained as his student until his death and recited the Quran to him 7 times from the very start to the end in its 7 recognized recitations. So for Abu Ja'far al-Shakuri is a grammarian and jurisprudent who specialized in the divisions of bequests among their various beneficiaries. So for as Abu Sa'id ibn Lub is Granada's renowned mufti, chief speaker, and a teacher.
Moving on to the contribution of Imam Shatibi in Maqasid, which is al-Muwafaqat fi usul al-Sharia. The first one is the division of Maqasid al-Sharia, and the second one is Maqasid al-Sharia level. There are 2 divisions of Maqasid al-Sharia, according to Imam Shatibi. The first one is Qastu al-Shari. There are 4 components to Maqasid al-Sharia in the context of Qastu al-Shari. Those closely related aspects are A. The reason why Sharia or law was established by God. Shatibi posits that God granted Sharia to his followers for protection and benefit, categorizing its advantages into Daruriyat, Hajiyat, and Tahsiniyat, following earlier philosophers' guidance. B. Understanding the reason for God's revelation of the Sharia. Shatibi emphasized the importance of understanding Sharia through 2 key components. The first one, Shatibi asserts that a thorough comprehension of the subtleties of Arabic language is necessary to comprehend Sharia in Arabic. Second, the Islamic faith, Ummiyah, prioritizes human welfare and aims to make the law intelligible to all through a unique approach where Ummi are compared to their birth conditions without learning any other disciplines. C. God's purpose in establishing the Sharia is to enforce these rules by them. Shatibi discusses 2 types of ta'lif. The first one, a ta'lif bima la yuthaq, beyond human ability. Second, a ta'lif bima fihi mashaqqa, claiming its benefits to those committing wrongdoing. D. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down the law to ensure legal protection for his servant. Shatibi explains that Sharia, revealed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, applies to all followers except specified ones, aiming to release individuals from passion and facilitate voluntary confession. Second, Qastu al-Mukallaf. Shatibi highlights 2 points. A. To be considered lawful, Mukallaf, actions must adhere to Sharia law, with intention serving as the foundation for a deed. Intention determines the acceptance and compulsority of charitable deeds, whether performed as acts of worship or as a commonplace action. B. If someone follows Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's instruction with intents that differ from those stated in the Sharia, then their actions are considered invalid. Next, Maqasid al-Sharia level. Imam al-Shatibi identifies 3 levels of advantages: needs for daruriyat, needs for hajiyat, and lastly, needs for tahsiniyat. The first one, daruriyat. Daruriyat needs are the first level, focusing on emergency needs. The safety of humanity depends on meeting the 5 maqasid: religion preservation, soul preservation, reason preservation, offspring preservation, and property maintenance as the ultimate objective of Sharia. Maslahat fulfills Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's purpose by safeguarding property, descendants, faith, soul, and mind, but eradicating these maqasid will fail. Islamic rule protects 5 trees, requiring individuals to prioritize these fundamental necessities until they are translated into public interest. Second, hajiyat. Islamic Sharia prohibits fasting during illness or vacation, known as ruqsah, to ensure safety, while addressing secondary demands like hajiyat needs, which may cause difficulties if not met. Third, tahsiniyat. Tahsiniyat needs are unmet requirements that don't pose a threat to the 5 trees or create issues. They are complementary needs based on customs and moral and ethical norms. Al-Shatibi tired the relationships between the 3 maqasid levels, stating that the most significant to complementary ones are the most significant. A. The foundation for both maqasid tahsiniyat and maqasid hajiyat is maqasid daruriyat. B. Hajiyat and tahsiniyat maqasid will suffer from harm to maqasid daruriyat. C. Harm to maqasid hajiyat and maqasid tahsiniyat cannot harm maqasid daruriyat. D. There can occasionally be harm to maqasid daruriyat, but it is always damage to maqasid hajiyat and maqasid tahsiniyat. E. To maintain maqasid daruriyat accurately, maqasid hajiyat and maqasid tahsiniyat must be maintained. The third level of maqasid is crucial for maintaining the 5 fundamental components, with the daruriyat level becoming the primary hajiyat and tahsiniyat, and the hajiyat level being the completion. The level of maqasid al-sharia can be determined by understanding the classification of daruriyat, hajiyat, and tahsiniyat, as well as their relationship.
Moving on to the Maqasid al-Sharia level, there are 5 fundamental components. Number 1, religion preservation, which includes the daruriyat, hajiyat, and tahsiniyat. Number 2, soul preservation. Number 3, reason preservation. Number 4, offspring preservation. And number 5, property maintenance. So what do you mean by the 3 categories for maintaining and preserving the religion? So for us, the daruriyat level is the level of religion involves upholding the fundamental duties, including offering prayers 5 times a day, which is crucial for its survival. Number 2, the hajiyat stage involves implementing the religion's precepts, such as offering congregational prayers to prevent problems and ensure its existence. Lastly, the tahsiniyat, a stage of religion, involves adhering to religious precepts to protect human dignity and fulfill the God's duties, such as cleaning and closing hours before and after prayer. Moving on to number 2, soul preservation. There are 3 different levels of keeping one's souls depending on its significance. Number 1, human meets their basic needs food at the daruriyat level, and not meeting this requirement can pose to health risks to the body. Number 2, hajiyat prioritize human needs, including the access to qualified food and beverages, ensuring that human life is not endangered if it is not completed. Number 3, the tahsiniyat level emphasizes the importance of adhering to ethics and civility in eating and drinking, which poses a simple hazard to human life. Moving on to number 3, reason preservation. Maintain your focus. 3 tiers of preservation of reason can be distinguished based on importance. Number 1, alcohol consumption is strictly prohibited for individuals at the daruriyat level, which could lead to the breakdown of reason and potential disaster. Number 2, in the second stage of Hajj, it is advisable to seek for clarification as delay could potentially worsen the situation. Number 3, people at the tahsiniyat level reject improper news such as gibah or gossip. Next is number 4. It is offspring preservation. When considering the degree of need, there are 3 categories for preserving offspring. Humans are encouraged to marry and prohibited from engaging in adultery at the daruriyat level. Humans are allowed to establish dowries and the right to talaq from their husbands at the hajjat level. 3. The third stage, tahsiniyat, is a religious ceremony where individuals are advised to request walimah or khitbah during the marriage procession. Number 5, property maintenance. When considering the importance of property maintenance, there are 3 levels. Number 1, humans are allowed to gather property as per the daruriyat level, but taking someone else's property in a way that contradicts Sharia is strictly prohibited. Number 2, humans are recommended to buy and sell under solid contracts at the Hajj level. 3, there is a clause to avoid fraud in corporate ethics at the tahsiniyat level. So in conclusion, it is already explained with details on previous slide regarding the life of Imam Shatibi and his contributions to the Maqasid. So with the contributed works from Imam Shatibi, Maqasid al-Sharia help the Muslim to derive hukum with legal reasoning, and not to mention that Imam Shatibi has become an expert on Islamic law and observer to the path to its goals and objectives and a guide to its smart intentions and mystery.
That's all from us. Thank you for watching. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.